Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing now is Geno. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And now, Charles, they're working with a short field, a chance to make this a 2-score game, and these guys haven't even worked into a lather yet here in the first quarter.
Yeah, how about that? You score, you take it away, get an excellent return, and
he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw here, Herbert. Completes it to Hardman. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, touchdown!
Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now Geno. There's Chris Olave. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
13 in. Line.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Rondale Moore. 55 yards. And the Seahawks are back within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Boy, a little panic here early. A first quarter onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Hey, go Lion. Let's go. Hey, Ram.
Now it's Herbert. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And boy, Charles, it is no doubt a passing league. We get that, but did you ever think we would see someone pass for 7,000 yards in a season? He just went over that threshold.
Brandon, 7,000 yards means you've had a monster game each and every game of the year. If If you throw for 350, that would hurt your average. That means you've made every throw, very few drops by your receivers. You've moved the ball effectively every time out.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, let's go. Hey. Home to trips right. Let's go. Set.
Herbert now. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Rashee Rice with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Niners have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
First down carry for Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. 3rd down here. You look at this Niner defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There have been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. Targeting more, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They snap it to Smith. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. From the 50, here's Herbert. That one caught by Rice. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Hey, Ray.
Play action. It's Herbert. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Aubrey now for the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Baylor Tiger.
Here's Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Aubrey now for the PAT. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Smith. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising...